When it comes to addiction, how do you support a loved one without actually enabling them? Here to explain further and offer some advice is Nick Cuneo, the president and founder of Clean Recovery Centers, along with Dr. Rick Davila, who is the director of Recovery and Support Services. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
I'm so glad we were talking about this issue. We were kind of chatting before we started this segment about what a need there is in the community for places like you guys, for organizations like you guys. And this is one of the hot topics, I think. How do you help loved ones without enabling them? So what say you? Let's start with you, Nick.
That is a difficult subject. Yeah. The family tends to want to help and fix and pour all the resources. Of course, it's a natural, God-given instinct to support your loved ones and doing everything you can to help them. But unfortunately, it's misplaced often, and they'll actually enable the person instead of, and so they'll back the wrong behaviors.
And I'm sure it's a slow kind of slide too, where you maybe at the end of it you don't realize you're enabling them, but it's just kind of what you've done over a while.
They're so enmeshed in that codependent kind of relationship that they can't get that arm's view separation to really see just how entangled they are in that whirlwind tornado that's going on, because it just starts small and then gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It snowballs and takes everybody with it.
What I love about you and your program, from what I'm starting to learn about you and your team, is that it's not only about the addict, but it's about the family members as well. And talk about how that fits into your program. And it's just important that the loved ones, the family members, are clued in on everything as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's important. It's a very important factor. It's just when the person, you can treat the person who's got the addiction, alcoholism problem, and then you discharge them and they go out into a community where there's a lot of the same old that they came from. And it's important to work with families and help them support the recovery process of the addict. That's very, very important.
So how do you do that? What I love too about your team, and if I hope I'm okay with saying this, I think I am, but you both are recovering addicts. You've been there. You know that. How many years have
17 today.
17 today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
50 years.
That is amazing. So I feel like you guys can offer hope, that you can say there is light at the end of this tunnel. Is that,
absolutely, there is
never
a solution.
Gets old saying.
There's a solution. It's just not about abstinence. It's about living your dreams and fulfilling the life choices you'd like to do, things you'd like to chase, and make things right, and bring the family back together. We see magic happen in recovery. Recovery is about thriving, not just abstinence.
If a family is watching today and they're struggling with this, trying to figure out what their next step is, what to do, are they helping, are they hurting, what would you say to them? What do you want them to make sure that they know?
Well, I think they need to know that it's a sickness, it's a disease factor.
There's a stigma to it.
Yes, and that there's a lot of stigma in the community, in the world at large. There's a lot of stigma towards addiction, and the fact is, it is a disease, and it can be cured. And the family needs to know they didn't cause it, and they can't cure it. They need to seek help.
So what is that first step that you do as we kind of wrap up here? I mean, is it just simply calling? Can a loved one call? Can the addict call, the person that is struggling with the addiction? Yeah,
they can reach out in multiple formats. They can, along different platforms. We have a toll-free number I think you'll post. We have can get us on the internet. They can actually go on a Facebook and find us there and inquire. But anybody's free to call us for information or guidance, and if we can help, we possibly.
Can they feel safe that they can maybe be anonymous at first, or maybe?
Of course, it's all confidential.
Yeah.
Yes, it is all confidential, and that's regulated by federal law. It's all confidential.
Well, gentlemen, thank you again for being here this morning. I know we're going to do several segments with you in the future as well, so we look forward to diving into more of these topics. We appreciate it. And
thank you very much for having us.
If you have questions today.